Hi everyone, it's Jenna from Divine Direction, and in this video is a pick a card reading to find out what your New Year's resolution should be in 2021. I have 4 piles, so choose which one you feel intuitively guided towards and look for the timestamps down below. Okay, pile number 1. Let's see what your New Year's resolutions for 2021 should be. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm already seeing a few cards about connecting more with your spiritual team, connecting more with your higher self. So that can be a message for, well, pretty much everyone. I believe that everyone should have establish a connection with their spiritual team, and whether you whatever you want to call them, your angels, your guides, God, the divine, the universe, connecting more with your higher self. So just give me a minute just to okay. I feel for some of you, there's a lot going on in your head, trying to make decisions or thinking about a bunch of different things, whether it's trying to figure out, maybe you're interested in a lot of activities, a lot of things you're trying to figure out what career to go into, but you have all these different options that you're interested in, whether you're trying to find hobbies that you have all these different hobbies that you want to trying to figure that out. I feel that there's a lot going on in someone's head. So I'm feeling that for these individuals, you would benefit from trying one thing at a time and really nurturing that. So say there was a bunch of things that you wanted to try and you're like, okay, well, rock climbing, skiing, basketball, take one of those and try it out. Focusing more on one thing at a time. I also have, so with connecting to your higher self, asking for guidance and listening for guidance for those individuals who are trying to figure it all out. So in the example, even if finding hobbies or trying to figure out what your career that you would like to do, asking your spiritual team to help you, asking for that guidance and listening to it. So I'm just going to rearrange these a little bit for the different messages that I'm getting from them. Okay. For some of you, there's a lot going on in your life right now, and I'm feeling that you're doing a lot of things that you're not in love with. So whether you're busy going to work and you're doing that and it's not really something that inspires you, it might not be a bad thing, but it's not exactly what you love. Maybe you get up every morning and work out, but it's not a workout that you enjoy doing. Then when you come home, you have to clean the house, you have to do this, it's like there's a bunch of different things that are happening in your life that keep you busy, but it's nothing that inspires you. It's nothing that you absolutely truly love to do. It feels more like things that you have to do or you feel you have to do. So trying to find time, if you're so busy and all of these things are things that you have to do, trying to find time for yourself to do something that you enjoy doing. You might already know what it is. Maybe you love to knit, but you don't have time to do it anymore. Maybe you love to go swimming, but you don't have time to do it. Finding time, whether it's half an hour or an hour a day, or just finding some time in the week or on the weekend to do this. Like, I would strongly encourage you to do it more than just on the weekends, though. Having some extra time to do something you enjoy. So, in the example of working out, so if you feel, okay, I have to work out or I want to work out, but the workout that I'm doing, I'm not enjoying. Finding something else to do. Well, if you love swimming, maybe you can find somewhere with an indoor swimming pool so you can swim no matter what season it is, depending on where you live, of course. And trying to find a workout that you enjoy. Well, we all have to make food or to eat, right? So maybe finding foods that you enjoy cooking or eating, and finding a way to have a healthy version of that or something like that. Trying to take what you already do and putting a spin on it that's more enjoyable if you have absolutely no time. Okay? But I'm feeling you would really, really benefit from carving out even just a little bit of time for yourself right now to do something that you love to do. You can connect with your spiritual team and ask them for help if you have no idea what your passions are. You could be so busy that you haven't tried a bunch of things, you might not already know. You can ask them for guidance with that. And if you're having difficulty carving out time in your schedule, ask them to show you like a better time to do it. They will help you with that, absolutely, because they want you to be following your heart and doing things that you love to do. Okay. For some of you, I'm feeling a little bit of loneliness. And that, especially with what's going on in the world, with the pandemic, and us having to be socially distanced, being at home right now where I live, we're in lockdown again, and not being able to see family and friends. Loneliness. A lot of people are feeling lonely. I'm feeling lonely. I miss my family. I miss my friends. It's difficult. So for some of you, your New Year's resolution is to try to connect more in the best way that you can right now, whether it's through phone calls, maybe through Skype, some way, find some way to make some connections with your friends, with your family, and talk to them a little bit more. If you're like me, you might feel that contacting people, it feels like you're bothering them. I don't know if, does anyone else feel that way? I always feel that way, so I usually don't. And really that's the opposite, because once I start talking to my friends or my family, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be talking to them. And they seem happy to talk to me, or else they wouldn't keep talking to me. But if that's how you feel, still try to reach out to them. If you don't have a lot of family, maybe you don't have a lot of friends. I mean, I'm the same way. I have like one really good friend, and that's about it that I talk to. So let me give you an example of how you can connect with people and ask your spiritual team for guidance. So I was feeling really lonely, especially with the lockdown, the previous lockdown, and just not getting out of the house a lot, obviously. Um, my spiritual team, what they did is on my Instagram, I only follow people who post pictures of their houses. I love interior design and interior decorating. But for some reason, in my recommended came this spiritual group, this group on Facebook of spiritually minded people. And it was like they were advertising the group on Instagram. So I took that as a sign from my spiritual team, hey, if you're feeling lonely, here's some people to talk to. And every so often, I'll answer questions that people have on there, or maybe comment on their posts, and it helps me feel connected to someone, right? So if you don't have a lot of people in your life that you can Skype with or talk to, maybe go on Facebook or other groups and find individuals who are interested in things that you are interested in and talk to them. Again, ask your spiritual team, ask for guidance for this. Because loneliness, it's really difficult, and especially now. It's one thing if you can go to work all the time and you have people to talk to, or if you go to the grocery store and when people would talk to you more back then. Now with the masks, it's a little more difficult. But now, especially if you're in lockdown and you're not allowed to go out of the house except for essentials, or you're not supposed to, it's difficult to have that connection. So not only connecting to your spiritual team, but connecting with others too. Okay. And then the last New Year's resolution, and I'll recap because I kind of blab a lot. I'm feeling for this, okay? You're getting, count your blessings. A grateful heart attracts more joy, love, and prosperity. So having gratitude is a good New Year's resolution for those who are resonating with this. It can be really difficult right now to have gratitude with all that's going on. Maybe you lost your job because of COVID-19, not being able to see your family. It can be really difficult when you go through difficult times to find gratitude. So what I've been trying to do is every day I go for walks and I try to find something that I'm grateful for. And some days I'm having a terrible day and I thank God for the roof over my head, and I thank God for the clean water that I drink, and I thank God for the food in the fridge and in the cupboards. It could be just a couple of things, even just one thing to find that you're grateful for. I'm grateful for our cat because she makes me smile and she makes my day brighter. It's just finding those things that can brighten up your day. And as it says, a grateful heart attracts more joy, love, and prosperity. So when you're grateful for what you have, you attract more. There are a lot of people who are going through difficult times right now because of COVID-19, because of other things too. And just being able to be grateful for whatever you have. I'm grateful for my morning coffee. I'm grateful for the ability to sleep in today. I'm grateful for the opportunity to spend more time with my family while we're in lockdown. Just finding little bits, and even just from there and growing and changing your mindset, okay? So that's what I'm getting for pile number 1. So I'll just recap. So definitely a New Year's resolution for those who are resonating with this is connect more with your spiritual team and connect more with your intuition and listening to yourself and finding what you love to do. Ask your spiritual team for guidance right now, no matter what's going on in your life. They will help guide you. For those of you that have a lot of ideas or a lot of things going on, trying to figure out something to do, maybe with being at home. There's a lot of different hobbies you want to try, but you can't figure it out. Ask your spiritual team for guidance, or try to pick one and work on that. If there's a lot going on in your life, a lot of things that you're doing, and it's not a lot of things that you love to do or enjoy doing, it could just be mundane tasks like cleaning and that sort of thing. There's some people that love cleaning, but for me, no. You need to carve out some time in your life to do something that you enjoy doing. So finding time to do that. For those who are feeling lonely, finding connection, maybe with friends and family you already have, or maybe finding an online group of individuals who have the same beliefs or the same interests as you, and trying to connect with them. For those of you who would benefit from having more gratitude in your life, being thankful even for the small things. So maybe you didn't lose your job during COVID-19, but you don't really love your job. Be grateful that you have a steady income coming in, that sort of thing. Finding the things that you're grateful for, even in some things that we're not so happy about. And just trying to be more grateful for the little things, and that will bring in more. Okay? So that's all the messages that I have for pile number 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated with you, and I hope it helps. So I hope you have a really amazing year this year. As my aunt says, 2020, it didn't raise any bars. So 2021, you have one job, and that's just to be a little bit better than 2020. So fingers crossed. I have a feeling it's going to be a much better year, though. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Bye. Okay, pile number 2. Let's see what messages we have for you for your New Year's resolution for 2021. Okay. Interesting. All right, just give me a couple of minutes to get your message. Okay, so for the individuals who are resonating with this message, I am getting that some of you are really trying to make something happen. It's like you really want something to happen in your life, and you're just like, go, trying to get this. You're chasing after it, whatever it is. It could be you're just trying to make something happen, whether it's trying to find the love of your life, it could be trying to find the perfect job, trying to get something done, trying to move forward in some sort of way. Like you're really trying to make this happen. Whether you realize it or not. Okay, don't hate me for saying this. This is how I describe me when I do this, and I've done this before. I don't know if it was my spiritual team or me. I think it was me. I call it bulldozing. It's like you just go, trying to make things happen and trying to force things to happen. Okay? It's the trying to force it to happen. If this is you, your New Year's resolution is to take a step back. take a step back, and I will tell you why. Moving forward with things is totally amazing and good. But for those who are resonating with this, you're not looking in the right direction. You are not looking where you need to be looking right now. What you are focusing on is not the best for you. And just listen to your intuition. If this doesn't feel like it's fitting, do not listen to what I'm saying. Okay? Always listen to your own intuition. But for those who this might resonate with, okay? So, for example, for those who are looking for love, what you're focusing on, whom you're focusing on, you might keep meeting the same people, or it might keep being similar, the way that they act. It's a pattern, okay? Whether it's you're meeting people and it's not going anywhere, you're meeting people who are not wanting the same thing as you. So if you want marriage, that's the last thing that they want. Maybe you're meeting someone who they're just not good for you, okay? You're looking at these people, but really the person over there that you would never consider is the one. You're not looking at the right person. You're not looking in the right direction. In terms of jobs, this is what I'm feeling. You might be chasing certain jobs, but there's actually one out there for you that is so perfect for you, but you would never consider it. We have a tendency to think inside a box. That was more a rectangle. There's the box. Okay. We have a tendency to think inside a box. That's what you guys are doing right now. I've done it a million times, so I'm not, no shade to anyone. Your spiritual team has something so much better, or someone so much better in mind for you than what you are looking for, what you are focusing on. The imagery in these cards, it's like, it's the thing that you truly desire is so close to you. If you just move your focus just a little bit, okay? Your spiritual team is sitting there and it's like they're waiting, okay? When are you going to ask me for help? Because I'm here to help you, but you're not asking me for help. You are trying so hard to make something happen or to bring something into your life, but it's not the best thing for you. And again, I only say this if this is resonating for you, because I don't want to put somebody off track if this does not resonate with you. You will know if it does. You are not looking in the right direction. Okay. This one kind of fits, but it's another message. Okay. So, New Year's resolution for individuals who are resonating with this. You need to take a step back and calm, quiet, without trying to move forward with this. Take a minute, and not just like a literal minute. You need to take some time to yourself in the quiet, whether you meditate, whether you go for a walk and just listen, whether you read a book in the quiet by yourself. Allow yourself time to receive messages from your spiritual team, because when you're constantly go, trying to force something, you're not listening. You are not listening to your inner guidance. You are not listening to yourself. Ask your spiritual team for help. They always know what's best for you, better than you will ever know, because they can see the infinite possibilities and you cannot. Again, we are taught to think within this little box. There are things out there, people out there that we would never consider. And it could be just right beside you. You're just looking in the wrong way, like the wrong direction. That's what I'm seeing in all this imagery. You're close, but it could just be that you need to talk to somebody, maybe when you're friends or a family member, they're like, hey, I know a person who can connect you with us. It could be something as simple as that, but you're not focusing on what's best for you, what's better for you. Now, you have two cards about basically having faith in the unknown without knowing what the end result is. This is tied in, but it can also be a separate message for someone if this isn't fitting. Okay? We don't always need to know what the end result is. So, I think it's a Henry Ford quote, and I'm not even going to attempt it. But when you're walking down the stairs, you only need to see the next step, right? You don't need to see the whole staircase. Same thing when you're driving at night and you have your headlights. You just see what's in front of you. You can't see what's beyond that. And you don't have to, as long as you know what's in front of you. So allowing yourself to begin a journey or go on your journey without knowing the end result. I know that's a hard one. It's a hard one for me not knowing. But having the faith to move forward, okay? So again, these can be connected and they can be completely separate. So just to recap for pile number 2, what I'm getting for you, your New Year's resolution is to take a step back and be quiet. Stop trying so hard to make things happen. The people who will resonate with this, it's like you're a hamster on a wheel, just going, but you're going nowhere. You keep meeting people, but it seems to be the same people or the same situation. They want different things than you, okay? Maybe you're trying the same kind of jobs. Okay. They're showing me imagery. They're showing me computer programming, so somebody might be doing this. But maybe you're looking for computer programming jobs, but you would really be awesome at advertising. That's what they're showing me. That might be a message for somebody. But where you're looking is not where you would benefit from heading. Does that make sense? So take the time to be quiet. Ask your spiritual team for guidance and listen to it. Listen. Be okay with not knowing the end result of where the heck you're heading. So if you're heading this way and your spiritual team's like, no, go this way. Be okay with not knowing where that is, where that's going. Have more faith in yourself and in your spiritual team. They are waiting to hear from you. So connect more with them and ask them for this. Some of you might only need to hear the New Year's resolution of having faith. Having faith that everything will work out for you. Even if you don't know how. So the example they're giving me is not knowing where the money's going to come from. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe your income is less than it used to be. Not knowing where the money's going to come from. Have faith that the money is coming. What I've been doing is just thanking God or the universe, the divine, whomever you believe in. Thank you for the financial abundance that you have been sending me so I can pay my February expenses, my March expenses, That's what I've been saying, and the money keeps coming in every time. It can be difficult, especially when it comes to money and the way that we're taught to limit our thinking of how it can come in. But have faith in not knowing where that money's coming from, but that it is coming in. Okay? So those are the New Year's resolutions that I'm receiving for pile number 2. I hope that they helped you, and I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you have any ideas about different readings that you would like me to be giving, I would love to hear about them. I hope you have a wonderful 2021, and I hope that everything works out for you. Thanks, everyone. Bye. All right, pile number 3. Let's see what New Year's resolutions you would benefit from having this year. All right. Yep. Okay. Just give me a minute to read your cards over and to get some messages in. Okay. So what I'm feeling for here, one of your cards is about setting boundaries, and I'm finding 2 specific types of boundaries in this reading. So I'll start off with this. So some of you who have chose pile number 3, one of your New Year's resolutions that you'd benefit from is finding more balance in your life of the giving and the taking. So I feel that you are more of a giver and you're not receiving enough. So setting boundaries with individuals in your life, that would be a really good New Year's resolution for you. So whether it's through actions, physical actions, maybe you're giving a lot of maybe you're helping a lot of people out in their life, or maybe it's just a lot of people call you for advice, that sort of thing. But I'm just feeling that you are giving, you're over giving, and you need to set more boundaries with people so that you're not burning out. So it's okay if you love giving to people, but you also need the balance of receiving, or else people will take, and sometimes they don't intentionally do it, but there's nothing left for you to give. You need to have that balance so you can refill your cup, so that you can continue on giving to yourself and giving to others. You need to give to yourself more. Yeah. Which gets me to the next one. One thing I do want to say, because I'm kind of feeling that maybe you have some friends that rely on you a little too much. Maybe they call you a little too much. You might have some energy vampires around you, and it's not that they intentionally mean to do it, but they can suck it all out of you, drain your energy completely. And that's where I'm fitting with the next one. So the next setting of boundaries, which relates to this one, but also for some of you, I'm feeling you're sensitive souls. I'm feeling that you're empathic, and when you're empathic, people can really drain your energy. So one of the boundaries on this card says protect your precious time and energy. We're focusing on energy here. Okay? You also have a card that says take a mini retreat. I'm feeling that you would really benefit from not only setting boundaries with people so you can have more time alone, but you would also really benefit from taking more time alone. Okay, so I'm feeling some of you may be moms or dads. You have a lot of people that depend on you. You don't even have to be a parent. Maybe you take care of your elderly parents. You need to make sure that there's some time for yourself. I said this for pile 1 in a more artistic way, but you need to be able to carve out some time in your schedule for yourself, especially as an empath, because you need to be able to recharge. So again, the give and the take. If you're not taking the time to recharge your energy, you have nothing to give other people. You need to take care of yourself first so you can help other people. On an airplane, you put your oxygen on first so that you can help others put theirs on. So taking time for yourself, whether it's half an hour a day, if you can, and the way that you do this will depend on you. You could take some time to have an Epsom salt bath, right? That could be your time to relax. For some of you, it might be different. For me, especially when I first started realizing that I was an empath, my way of recharging was laying in my bed in the quiet by myself, putting my laptop on and just pinning things on Pinterest that inspired me, mostly home decor, right? That's how I recharged. Now I might go for a walk by myself and just let my mind wander or go blank. Whatever you do, it'll be unique to yourself, okay? Listen to what your soul wants you to do for that recharging. If you are able to, if you live alone, or even if you live with people but you can take time to yourself, it might take you a couple days to recharge, it might take you a couple hours. It really depends on the situation. I'm getting more messages. Alright, so also having maybe someone that you can talk to or that you can lean on, because if there's a lot of people in your life that are taking, you're just overgiving, and some of them might be intentionally doing it, others may unintentionally be doing it, right? You could be a caretaker, or a caregiver, sorry. You could be a caregiver and to someone who's elderly or sick, and they can't give you much. I'm not saying anything bad about that situation. What I'm kind of feeling here is, especially those where maybe people are taking too much of your time, too much of your energy, people who are taking advantage of your kindness. People may be calling you for advice through all of this. Some of you would benefit from having someone else to talk to, or maybe having a mentor or seeing a counselor. I don't want there to be ever like a negative, anything negative being said about seeing a counselor. I have seen a counselor, I've seen a few, and it can definitely help you having someone else to talk to. They could help you with setting boundaries as well. My counselor who I spoke with my family physician, and he set it up, and it was completely free. So it kind of depends on where you live in your area. I'm not saying everyone needs to see a counselor, but if you're really struggling maybe with boundaries, or you really need to have someone to talk to, if you're a caregiver for someone, you might be experiencing burnout. Maybe having an hour or half an hour a week to be able to talk to someone about this, they may be able to direct you towards maybe strategies that you can take that can help yourself. Maybe they know of different facilities that can help you that are maybe they're free, that not a lot of people know about. But I'm definitely feeling that for some of you, speaking to a counselor or someone else, just having someone to talk to, whether it's a support group, taking time for that, because some of you are going to be burnt out. You're going to be energetically drained. Some of you need a rest. You need a rest. You need some time. Maybe your mini retreat is having a nap, or allowing yourself to have a really good sleep. You are tired. Tired. Okay, the next message that I am receiving for pile number 3, it does have to do with giving more to yourself, loving yourself. And loving yourself, it doesn't necessarily have to be about saying affirmations, although I do find I'm feeling that a little bit for some of you. Saying affirmations about yourself. You don't see how wonderful you are. You do not see how amazing you truly are. Speaking more gently to yourself. Words of affirmation. Okay. So some of you may benefit from, you may have low self-esteem, you may think negative thoughts about yourself or your body. What I have been doing is, if I think something negative about myself or my body, I cancel, clear, delete that thought in my head, and I try to change it. So if I think something, I'm just going to use the body because that's what I've been really focusing on. If I see my arms and I'm not as happy with my arms because there's a little bit of extra right here, I say cancel, clear, delete, thank you God for my beautiful arms. I love my beautiful arms. Okay? I'm feeling in this, it's more about your inner. It's more about your traits, not your physical traits, your attributes. So, what's an example? I'm trying to think of an example, but I can't think of one for this person because I just feel like this person is just a very loving, caring, giving person who is very humble. This affirmation giving may be very difficult for you because you don't see what other people see in you. Maybe people are contacting you because they really treasure you and your advice and everything, and just speaking to you. You're very nurturing, very loving. So it's I can't even think of a negative thing to give you an example because the energy that I'm getting is that you are awesome. Okay, I'm just going to say, maybe you're like, oh, I'm lazy. You're not lazy. You're exhausted. That's what I'll use, okay? So if you say, oh, I'm so lazy, cancel, clear, delete, okay, what can I say to that? You don't even have to correct it with something exactly like it. So if I said, oh, I'm lazy, cancel, clear, delete, I am very giving of my time. Okay, this is like terrible. But okay, let's just cut that one out. But if you say, I'm lazy, cancel, clear, delete, I'm a very loving, nurturing person who gives my time freely to others. There we go. Thank you. I didn't. So it might take some time to change things around, but some of you would benefit from doing that. But also the speaking gently to yourself. You do not see yourself the way that other people see you. You do not see yourself the way that God sees you, or the universe, or the divine, whomever you believe in. Okay? Owning your own magnificence. Embracing that. Like, I really feel that this person, I think you need to start off with basics of writing things out of what you love about yourself. And it might be very difficult for you. That's what I'm feeling. It's going to be difficult for you. If you are empathic, that's a good place to start. I am empathic. That is not a bad thing. That is a very good thing. Okay? I am very loving. I am nurturing. I am very giving. I feel that you would benefit from writing these things down and looking at yourself in a different way. And you can even ask people in your life, which I know might be difficult for you, asking them what they see in you. Okay? What do you like about me if you're having difficulty? And if this is difficult for you, I would really strongly advise you to see a counselor or go to a support group. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong there, but my counselor, in my experience, she helped me see myself in a different way. You can ask your spiritual team to help you see yourself in a different way. There are so many things that I didn't like about myself or what I had done in my life, and they're like, wait, Jenna. No, look at it like this. This is how we see it. And that just completely changed my thoughts about what I had done or what I had thought about myself or whatever, right? So asking for help, whether it's your spiritual team, whether it's a counselor, whether it's friends, this person really, 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 you need to be able to see yourself in a different way, because the way that you're seeing yourself is not you. You're not seeing how truly amazing and magnificent you are. Okay? Okay, sorry, pile number 3. For some reason, my camera decided to stop, even though I have everything plugged in. Okay, so where was I? So I was talking about how freaking magnificent pile number 3 is. But, so this kind of ties into part of the next message that I'm going to be speaking about. And that's, we might not feel so magnificent because we are comparing ourselves to maybe others, or whom we have been taught to think we needed to be. So I'll give you an example. It's easier for me to give examples of my life, so I hope that's okay. But just from the imagery here, it's 2 women who are dressed up all fancy dancy. They're not looking too happy about it. And it's like they're dressed up to appease other people. Okay? So in my life, growing up and reading magazines and that sort of thing, I felt that I needed to be a stick-thin figure with big boobs and blonde hair and have all this makeup on and have designer clothes so that people will like me, that men would be attracted to me, so that other women would think that I'm awesome and that people would want to be my friends. Like, the way that I was dressing and acting, that's just the physical aspect, and I feel like that might be But I felt like I needed to do that, and I needed to be that. I was comparing myself to the women that I saw in magazines, the women that I saw on the television and in the movies. When I grew up, we didn't really have Facebook until I was in college. So once that started happening, then comparing myself to all of my peers and what they were doing, right? So the comparison, having that comparison can make us feel bad about ourselves. Maybe we don't feel successful. Maybe we feel that because we're sensitive, there's something wrong with us. No, not at all. Once I started to change my thinking, I started to see myself in a different way. And I tell you, I never, ever, if you even talked to me a year ago, I never thought that I'd be able to love myself. Never. But I have been. My spiritual team has been helping me with that. Because all I would ever do was compare myself to other women, to other people. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna freaking cry. Sorry. This isn't even about me. I'm not as upset about that. It's like I'm feeling how you feel right now. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Because whoever this is resonating with, like the energy that I am feeling for you right now, you are, sorry, you are so amazing, so loving, so caring. And people see that, but you don't see that because you're too focused on this. Whether, it doesn't matter who you are, okay? You are too focused on what society tells you you should be, what society tells you you should look like, okay? I would rather surround myself with people who are like you than anyone. You could be dirt poor, I don't care. I don't care what you do for a living. I don't care how much money you make, where you live, how you dress. Whoever you are, you're the type of person I want to be around. I don't want to be around people who have fancy cars and nice houses and nice clothing if they don't have heart, okay? People miss that. People around you see how magnificent you are. I can see it and I don't even know you. I can feel it. You need to stop comparing yourself to other people. Once you stop comparing yourself to those people and start speaking to yourself more gently and thinking of yourself in a more positive way, your magnificence is going to radiate through you even more, okay? You will see yourself in a different way and you will truly learn to love who you are. And I'm not saying that you don't fully, but you cannot see the wonderful beauty of you right now. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to cry through that. But you need to know. You need to know this. Whoever pile number 3 is, and no offense to the other piles, because they're probably amazing people too. Whoever pile number 3 is, you're the type of person that I'm so happy belongs in this world. Okay? You are caring and nurturing, and you're the type of person that makes this world better. God. Sorry. Oh, probably shouldn't post this, but I probably will. because I don't like knowing what something is and then rereading it. Okay. Okay, pile number 3. Alright, so let's just quickly recap because I talked way too much for pile number 3. Alright, embrace who you are, embrace being an empath, but make sure you start setting more boundaries. It's okay to be nurturing, but there needs to be a give and take. You need to give yourself more time so that you can refill your cup to give to others. Set more boundaries, whether it's cutting people out of your life who are taking advantage of you, or also protecting your energy, taking more time for yourself. You need more sleep. If this part resonates with you, maybe seeing a counselor, going to a support group, you might be having caregiver burnout, okay? Stop comparing yourself to other people, because what you are, who you are, is like the best, to me, the best thing that you could ever be. Speak words, positive words about yourself. I am beautiful. I am nurturing. Start with that. Write down things. Write one nice thing about yourself a day. Ask for help from your spiritual team. Ask for help from your friends, your family. Be more respectful of yourself, whether it's your time, your energy, or even just owning how magnificent you are. I really, really hope that this is helping someone right now. I really do. I hope that this message, if it resonates with you, will help you set some New Year's resolutions. This is more than that. This is your life. Okay? This is your life. You need more support. You need more support. You need more time for yourself. Take care of yourself this year and every year. But start doing that in all of these different ways. I'm not going to repeat them because I'll be here all day. But please, please, I know it can be difficult, but start seeing yourself the way that other people do. Here's the thing, this is the last thing I'm going to say, and I hope I don't cry again. When you leave this world, and we all do eventually, what is more important? That you acquired $1 million, have a fancy car, have a nice house, and fancy clothes, or that you were caring and you made a difference in people's lives, whether you know it or not. You are the type of person that your care, it could even just be one interaction with someone, but the amount of care or attention or love that you give to someone can help change them. You are the support for other people, and it's time for you to start supporting yourself more and receiving support from others too. It's going to be different situations for everyone. This is a general reading, but whomever this resonates for, you know exactly who you are. Okay? So remember that. Stop looking at other people on TV and movies. I know it's difficult. It's so difficult. You and your spirit, perfect, exactly who you need to be. Okay? Thank you, pile number 3. I'm sorry I cried. I love you all. And hopefully I'll see you next video if I haven't terrified you enough. Bye. Okay, pile number 4. Let's see. Let's see what you got going on here. Okay. New Year's resolutions for pile number 4. I don't know if I said 3, 4. Definitely 4. Okay. Aha. Okay, pile number 4. Let me just get some messages for you coming in, so you just give me a minute. Whew. Okay, so my spiritual team right now is playing the song Firework by Katy Perry in my head. And I feel that this song relates to pile number 4. So I do have another video called What's Your Theme Song for 2021? And you don't even have to watch it right now because that's your theme song. If you do this, of course. Let me see. Alright, so I need to rearrange, sorry. There's a few messages that I'm getting in here. Okay, so part of the song is "Baby, you're a firework, go and show them what you're worth," I think. That's what I'm getting. It's always been inside of you. I like that part. Okay. It reminds me of the Wizard of Oz, Dorothy. It's been inside of you the whole time. Okay, so that's a message for someone. Okay, so what I'm getting here is it's time for some of you who this is resonating with to have the courage to move forward. You have the card, this is what I'm being attracted to the most right now. Set a goal, write it down, and release the outcome. The release the outcome part, maybe cut that out a little bit. Because I'm focusing more on the goal part, writing it down, and then it says small steps make a big difference. I'm seeing a lot of steps in the card imagery. And seeing words, where is the other one? I saw it somewhere. Okay. This year is about taking steps. I feel that the majority of you, pile number 4, you have a goal in mind that you want to achieve. Maybe you've been thinking about it for a while. There's something that you love to do. I feel that you might be hiding this from some people. There's a passion or something that you love to do, something that you want to do. And it's time to start taking the steps towards that. Some of you are hiding this. It's not that you're embarrassed by it, but maybe people don't approve of it, or you're worried about what people will think. You could be wanting to do something that hasn't been done before, or hasn't been done in a certain way before. I'm feeling like a pioneer in your field. So for some of you, it could also be that what you enjoy doing, maybe other people will frown upon. And I'm feeling that a little bit here, and I'll talk about that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put that there. I'll talk about that in another message. So just bear with me. You know what? I'm going to talk about it now. Sorry. I might as well talk about it now. Okay. So just I'm going to briefly skim over this, do that, and come back. This is talking about stepping out of your comfort zone and moving towards a goal bit by bit. Okay? And I'll get more to that. Here, I'm feeling that some of you, what you want to do, your goal, it could be a certain career that you want to go towards. It could be a hobby that you want to do. I am feeling more, maybe more career oriented, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. Something that you enjoy doing or want to do, something that's in your heart, that your heart is telling you, this is what I want to do, this is what I need to do. And you've been dreaming of doing it, but your parents don't approve, or I'm also seeing a lot of imagery in regards to religion. So maybe, this doesn't even have to be a career, but I'll get to that. Maybe your religion frowns upon what you want to be doing. It could be, or maybe some people in your life are very religious and you're afraid of how they might react to what you're doing. So one example I'm going to give you is maybe reading tarot cards or oracle cards. Hello, look what you're watching right now, right? Maybe to those people in your life, they see this as, I know there's people out there that see reading tarot cards or any cards as being something from the devil, okay? There could be a bunch of different reasons why say they wouldn't like this, okay? That's one example. So maybe you're afraid to tell someone that you want to do something because they frown upon what it is. This could just be that you living your life the way that you want to live it. This is definitely about goals, though. I'm not 100% feeling this part, but it could be. With religion or with parents, parental figures, authority figures, maybe just living your life the way that you feel it. It could be sexuality. So maybe it's frowned upon in your religion or with friends or family members that are religious, and you're afraid maybe that has prevented you from doing what you want to do. Whether it's living your life the way that you want to live it, maybe you want to be a mentor for other individuals who are gay or lesbian. Maybe it's that. Maybe your family or your religion just doesn't approve of it. I'm sorry, I said that like a bunch of times. But there's a variety of different ways to interpret this. But the two things that I'm strongly feeling are either parental units, not cool, or it could be even just your interpretation that you think they wouldn't be cool with what you want to do, or it has to do with religion, which could be religious parents, it could be anything. Anyways, so I see you dreaming of a different life, of doing something in your life. The card that you have that fits this says decide for yourself. Exercise your right to choose. So regardless of what this is, a New Year's resolution for the individual that this is fitting with, is it's time to decide for yourself and choose where you want to go in your life. What do you want to do? How do you want to live your life? Okay? This one's a little more difficult for me to speak about because this is a general reading and I don't want to mess up anyone's life. Listen to your intuition. That's all I can tell you with this. Listen to your intuition. You can ask for spiritual guidance in dealing with this. It could just be that you think that your parents will not approve or friends and family won't approve, and maybe they don't have an issue with it. It depends on the people, right? So This is very general, so please just listen to your intuition on this one. I don't want to say any more about it. Really, it's just, it's your life. So maybe try to have conversations with the people in your life. Ask God, the universe, the divine, for help in speaking to them or to telling them. You know, it could just be that maybe they always wanted you to be a doctor and maybe you want to be a priest. Who knows? Like, it could be a bunch of different things, right? So, New Year's resolution for you is start living your life the way that you want to. Other people are involved that may be affected by it. So just ask God, ask the universe, ask the divine for help in moving forward with this, okay? I don't want to give bad advice there. That's all I can really tell you, okay? I hope that helps. So, man, getting into a parental, parents might not like me for that one. Okay. All right. Going back to this. For this one, and these could be related too, but you know what you want to do. You know where you want to go. It's time to move out of your comfort zone. I'm seeing this. Moving out of your comfort zone. Stop dreaming about it and start doing. It can seem very, very overwhelming when you're looking at the final goal, right? All the things in between that you need to do. It's like, holy moly. But, as my spiritual team always tells me, when you break it down into pieces, it's more manageable, okay? Say if you wanted to lose weight, which is just an example here because I'm not really feeling like this is the goal, although it could be for someone. If you had 50 pounds to lose and you might think, oh my gosh, that's a lot. What if you broke it down into increments of 10 pounds or broke it down into increments of 5 pounds? Then it seems easier. So, okay, my goal this month is to lose 5 pounds. And then you lose 5 pounds. My goal this month is to lose 5 more pounds. And you just break that down, okay? Same thing with this. If your goal is to go to college or university and you know exactly what you want to do, what do? Where do I want to go? Okay? Read about the different colleges and universities. Which one do you feel intuitively guided towards, or which ones do you like? Then look at their programs a little further and see, okay, what do I need to have? What are the prerequisites to get into that? So you write them down. Do you have these prerequisites? Maybe you don't have them all, okay? Where can I get them? There's online high schools everywhere now. That's what I did with mine. Find one that looks right to you, sign up for it, and start doing your courses. So you've written out or thought out all the steps. Check, check, check. How do I get here? Step by step. If you look at all the other things together, it's just like, oh my gosh, it can be very overwhelming. What they're showing me here is little steps make a big difference. Small steps make a big difference. Have the courage to move forward, okay? This is all about the in-between, the journey towards it. So your New Year's resolution this year is to start taking the steps. Break them down into smaller steps so you're not overwhelmed. Start deciding for yourself what you want to be, how you want to live your life, and start moving forward with that. It doesn't have to be a big jump. It doesn't have to be a huge leap forward. Little bits add up. The message here I have is step into the light Share your gifts and talents with the world. So they're encouraging you. Whatever it is that you want to be or do or have, you have the goal, figure out the steps, and start moving forward. That's it. So your New Year's resolutions, start moving forward in the direction that feels right to you. Take the courage. This is all about steps. It's just steps. For the individuals that are having difficulty, they want to live their lives a certain way or do a certain thing, but they're afraid of what their parents will say, what maybe it has to do with religion. Take small steps with it. If you say you wanted to move out, and this is just an example, it could be something completely different. You could start by having smaller steps with it. Maybe your parents wouldn't be okay with you moving out. What's between you and moving out? Do you need rent money first and last month? Do you need to show your parents that you're responsible enough? So, okay. So try to figure out generally, maybe start looking at apartments and see in your area or the area that you want to move to, how much does it cost in general, and add a little bit extra to that. Okay, so first and last month's rent. So I would need, if it's $1,500 a month, okay, I need $3,000 at least for that. So write that down, and again, don't be overwhelmed by the number. Break the $3,000 down into increments, okay? What else do you need to do? How can you show them that you're responsible enough to move forward? All right, go online and find budgets. Figure out how to budget, okay? Maybe whether you're going to school and you need to save money because you won't have time to work, all right? Figuring that out and how much you'll have or how much you could make and making a budget for that, all right? That's one thing. Looking at the different apartments and making points about the different ones. So this one's close to my school, or this one's close to my job, this one's this, blah, 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 blah. Writing it down and showing them that you've taken the steps to look into this. It's not just a willy-nilly, I'm moving to California. I looked at all of these. I've taken the time to do the research. I've taken the steps towards it. I've looked at the bus route. I've figured out how to move my stuff there. This is what I'm doing. Showing them, taking the steps to maybe show them, this is it. If it's something that, if it's a different career that you want to have, what is it about the other one that maybe they have an idea for you? They might not. It might just be that you want to do something and you're not sure how they'll feel about it. Okay? What's the average salary for them? Like, this is very, it doesn't have to be this, but thinking about that stuff to show them, having it all laid out. When I moved out, for the first time that it wasn't me moving into a dorm room or a college campus housing, that sort of thing, my friend and I, she took me to the city. I found a place. I had the money saved up for it. I didn't think the whole thing through, but I had my resume ready to send out to jobs and that sort of thing. And when I came to my parents and I said, okay, I'm moving to the city, I have an apartment, I've done this, blah, 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 blah. Okay, then it's kind of like, oh, well, okay, maybe I should have eased them into it. But I had all of these steps, okay? Your goal could be to move out, I'm not sure. But if there are other people in your life that you need to consider, show them that what you're doing, that you've thought about it, okay? If it's, maybe you want to do art, show them your art. Maybe you sell some of your art on Etsy and you can see my, people are buying my stuff. People are interested. I can make money from this. It could be anything. But if you have to consider other people, sometimes there's other people in our life that we need to include in this. Show them. Okay? Anyways, those are all the messages that I'm receiving for pile number 4. Step out of your comfort zone. Take the steps. Have the courage to do so. Start working towards your goal. Remember, if you get discouraged, start listening to the Katy Perry song, or at least read the lyrics if you don't like the song. It's time to show them what you're worth. Okay? I hope this helped. I hope you enjoyed this video. And hopefully, I honestly, pile number 4, I feel that 2021, once you start taking the steps, is going to be a really good year for you. And it feels like you are headed in the right direction towards what your heart wants. Okay, that's what I'm feeling for you. You already know what you want. It's time to start moving towards it. Okay? I hope that you have an absolutely wonderful year, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, everyone.